All right.
Progress. High five. Oh, okay.
What's up, everybody? We're yeah, we made it. Hi. What's going on? That means you made it too. To another fun-filled, exciting episode of This Is the Future.
Unfortunately.
Talking about to throw up on the camera. That'd be great.
I think it's funny that you think we have a camera.
I've been dreaming. How you doing there?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, you're already moistening it up.
I am.
It's hot. Holy shit! It's
yeah,
hot.
we're at my house in the upstairs, and I've tried to have the AC going on in the other room to try to like pull some air in here. It's not working. It's hot.
Oh my god.
It's there's a swamp in my pants, and
I'm not checking. That's disgusting.
yeah, it's in there.
Oh man, snakes swimming in the swamp. That's gross. Oh shit. So yeah, it's been a minute since we recorded. You're welcome. I want to give you all plenty of time to recover from the last one.
We like to take a break. We get really tired, so we take a break every week.
It takes a lot to crank this shit out. Let me tell you, a whole lot.
You could hear the sarcasm in our voice, but also it kind of does a little bit.
Yeah, Alex was talking about hiring someone else to do this for us. The whole thing.
The whole thing.
2 new people, stunt doubles, the whole 9.
Yeah.
Then we realized we don't have any fucking money, so here we are. Yeah. All right. So yeah, if for those of you who were on doing the last episode, happy 4th and all that stuff. So that happened. It's now July, and we had a 4th of July. How was yours?
It was fine. To be honest, it was kind of just like a normal ass summer day. To be honest, like just kind of grilled something, ate it, drank something, and then next thing I know, I was like passing out by like 10 o'clock.
Well, I
didn't really do anything. So
well, something I've noticed, and not just being here, but in general, a lot of people these days, with their pets and PTSD, they're not into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a bunch of loud banging for no reason at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But more importantly, all of us, every single human being on this earth apparently, experienced the hottest day on record ever on July 4th, historically. It's never been the average Earth temperature was higher than it's ever been on the 4th of July this year.
But it wasn't even that hot, which was weird.
But the lowest temperature, we're talking about the whole Earth.
The whole Earth.
Yeah, if they took the percentage, highest temperature it's ever been. No, it was only 100 degrees here, but with that being said,
other places were hotter. Yeah.
Well, right, I guess like the Arctic
cooler.
Right, they're probably putting like a water park in Antarctica or something. It's getting hot. So yeah, we're all fucked, but I mean that's fine. That's what the cool thing is as the things get worse for us with climate change and all that, this show, the title just makes more and more sense. So we will record on the last day of human existence as long as we can get internet connection.
See, and what all that being said makes me think that we're before our time. We're innovators. We're on the ground floor of this. Everything coming to a fucking end.
That's right.
Screeching halt. We're on the ground floor, people.
That's right.
Because, Elon Musk, or we're Elon Musk together. We're fucking Tesla.
We're Tesla.
We are Tesla.
We are Tesla. No, we're not. I hate the. I was just thinking. All right, seriously. I don't hate the car. I don't hate the concept. I hate what it does to the people who buy them.
Turns them into
just like buying a Volvo in the '80s, that kind of thing. It's just like you're not better. And the battery isn't any better. It's not. It's been proven that it's not helping any more than gasoline is.
No, it's not.
Fucking up the environment. So you just bought a really expensive battery-operated car that really hasn't been tried and tested enough. Like gasoline cars have been a thing for like 100 years. So I know that I'm probably okay when I buy one, but you don't know. And Elon, he sleeps under his desk.
It's true.
He does that. You know what's under your desk? Smelly feet. He lays next to the feet smells and comes up with these ideas. Just be smart with your money. That's all.
Well, and that's the thing is like, yes, fossil fuels and gasoline and big fucking people that drive huge trucks and Hummers definitely 100% affects the environment, the earth in a negative way.
Yeah.
But also, You ever looked up how you get a battery?
The cobalt mines?
Bad shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Cobalt mines are nasty.
all you're doing is training one for another.
Right.
Evil. You're not like it's not like it's any. Also, look at us. We don't really know anything. So,
no, but we don't smoke weed and watch documentaries.
But I do know this. If I thought it, it's a fact. So whatever I'm thinking is the truth. So yeah, do whatever you want, I guess. But
so I'll say this. I had an interesting week and a half. I found a documentary, and this happens to me once in a while, but this one I'm actually, and I'm gonna sound like a crazy person here. But I found a documentary called The Lost Century and How We Reclaim It. All right. There's a scientist out there who's worked with the government. He's been in Area 51. He has all these documents. He has the real documents from that. There's apparently a bunch of documents have been released by the government on alien activity, about technologies that we have that we've never used, all these things. So to sum up the documentary, which I totally fucking agree, everyone on Earth should watch. Everyone should see it. In any case, it debunks and just kind of tells you exactly where we really are. And with all these scientists and all these really smart people, basically said we have 10 to 15 years to go, and that's it. What we'll be seeing in the future is that the waters are going to rise, so you're going to have more homelessness. You're going to have way more homelessness. All the coastal properties are going to get flooded, so people are going to be forced inland. Mm-hmm. You're going to have hot, way fucking hotter, way stranger weather, and it'll be completely unbearable. Smoke up the wazoo. You won't be able to. It's going to be really rough. And the whole premise to the whole thing is that we have technology that Nikola Tesla and like found years ago, 100 years ago or more. We had technology for everyone in the world to have free power. It's true. Mm-hmm. Heavy shit. I'm watching this and I'm just like, oh wow, I don't know. This is... So I ate it up, watched it twice. We're totally screwed because the oil companies, all the big rich people would never go for that because that means them giving up their power and wealth. Mm-hmm. So we're all going to die for them. So thank you. You're welcome, assholes. So we're sweating, we had free power 120 years ago, still haven't used it. So don't watch documentaries like that and work customer service. That's the point. Because I didn't even realize this, but for a week I was seriously depressed. And everyone I talked to, I'm like, I need a new phone. Be like, well, you might not. It might be the last phone you buy. Like what? I'm like, yeah, you only got a couple of years left. Like customers are getting sad and buying 2 and 3 phones,
Dude, like that, it's so funny that this is brought up right now because earlier today, like 2 hours ago, I had a random thought, like about all this, like, the temperature is going to get hotter and hotter, and it's going to get unbearable for humans. Yeah. Because I mean, I'm a cook, right? Whew. I put everyday flesh onto stoves, ovens.
So you know what temperature.
Yeah. And so you don't think about the sun baking. Like this is flesh, meat. Things actually eat this. It's weird. Like, yeah, take a good look. And we could be cooked too, just as easily as we cook things.
Go easy, Hannibal.
So I'm just saying. Dude, if like the temperature gets like crazy hot, like
we're fucked.
If it gets over 150, which 120 is fucking unbearable. But let's just say it gets over 150, you're gonna go outside and be like, fuck, I'm medium rare. Like it's gonna like,
Yeah, like, you're not going outside.
You're gonna have to. It's gonna be bad.
Right. Well, I mean, not to freak everyone out, but I mean, all you have to look around. They're even saying like places down in Texas, like places like Death Valley, which you don't go to anyway. That area is just gonna get bigger. The whole damn country is gonna become Death Country. Fuck a valley. Well, Death States. We're in trouble. And there's really nothing that we're gonna do about it. That's what's fun because we haven't done anything in 120 years. We're not gonna start now. And it's just kind of fun to watch. It's like, look at this guy. He's a zillionaire. He owns these oil companies, and they use that money. Some of the money that they make, they use to create companies and what am I thinking of? Like clubs and shit. I'm coming up with the wrong names here, but to push back against climate change, to say there's no climate change. They put billions of dollars into different companies that basically say there's no climate change. They're spending money to make you say, hey, this isn't real. You're fine. Enjoy television. You're dying in 10 years. It's awesome. All because they're power hungry as fuck. It's crazy. And it's not your politicians. It's not. It's not your politicians. They're the middle management. They report to the people who actually make the money, and they're not going to lose their money or their power. So we're all going to sweat a hell of a lot more. But those guys are really overweight, a lot of them, which is fine. But when they start losing weight, I wonder, they'll be like, okay, this is ridiculous. How do we fix this? It's like, too late, dipshit, and we're all going to feed on your flesh.
Yeah. It really is. And I'll say this, Tony. This was a hell of a way to start out an episode. I'm really proud of us.
Are you serious? I thought we were fucked. I'm like, oh, well.
That was great. No, I think it's great. It's like immediately you're like, hey, listen, everybody.
We're fucked.
It's coming here first from us. Hear it first from us. You're fucked. We're fucked. Let's fuck,
But really, that should have been the name of the show. We'll change it. Parentheses, we're fucked.
Well, I mean, it is that.
It's a friendly
but it's
title.
Friendly. It's more PG.
Yeah, we're trying to get on it the nighttime, like a nighttime spot on the news channels or something. So we got to keep it clean. But I watched that, and my one guy. The hard part about my job is that you have to make friends with the customers a little bit, find a common ground so that you can sell them something, right? So I do that. Like if I can with a customer, and this guy, he was cool as shit. He had some really good ideas. Like he was talking about, he's like, what was he talking about? He said, race is bullshit. He was a black gentleman. He's like, race is bullshit. They got us facing off against each other to keep us busy while they fuck us all from behind. He's saying all this on the phone. And granted, I poked the bear. The reason he's talking these things is because I'm like, say it.
Right.
So I'm poking the bear while I'm selling him his phones and shit. And he just starts going off. And I'm like, oh boy, I got one on the line now. Oh shit, I better try to maintain this guy. Then he's just like, it's class. Classes are what's fucking.
I was just gonna say that.
Class. And I was thinking to myself, the people who listen to these calls think they're in the next class. So it's fun for someone like me to just sit there and poke the bear with a customer, get them all upset, have them basically say, fuck corporations like yours, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yeah. By the way, the sales tax on that order is going to be $372.19. Cha-ching.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, just poking that bear, man. People are listening. People like us, they know we're all getting fucked. It's kind of fun.
Well, he's right. He's not wrong at all. I mean, and it's funny because it's like, he I wasn't on the call or anything, but
I'll call
you said, thank you. You said he's a black dude, and
yeah, he's being real.
So if that was coming from a white or like an old white man, you would be like, I mean, you're not wrong, but you also
that's not weird. What we're looking
it
for.
Sounds weird coming from you. It sounds more like you got like a pointy hat on, and like.
Or he's just really high. Yeah. Just like, yeah, man, it's all about class, man. But when a sober gentleman of another, a different walk of different race is like, no, it's bullshit. Well, I love to hear him say, "Fuck race." I was like, yes. We're progressing. Yes, fuck race. Doesn't matter. We're all down here. We're all sweating our ass off, literally. And this is what makes everybody angry. And many people have said this. Right before the pandemic happened, a lot of us felt for the first time in our lives that we were making enough money. We were making enough money. Like some of us were like, holy shit, I made it. Like, this is enough. I can get by right now.
Yeah.
And right after that, it was like, because they're watching how much money we're making and how much this shit is costing us. If it's there's no one below us.
Right.
There's no one else to fuck. Hello down there. Nope, just us. Hi. How are you? We're down here. So they're just now everything's going up, inflated again. We're all struggling again. That's when you realize we're never gonna get out of this. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like, $30 an hour is the new 10. Like, what? Fuck you. So yeah, hot in here.
How was your birthday?
It was great. Once I got over the fact that we're all gonna die soon. Yeah. But no. My birthday was rad, and I'll tell you why. I get off what 4th of July is on Tuesday. My birthday is Wednesday, is the 5th. So I decided that I would just go to Bend, see who I could see, that kind of thing. And I got off of work and I totally expected it to be jam packed getting across Portland. I expected it to be about 4.5 hour drive. I got on the road 5:30 in the afternoon on Monday. Nobody was on the road. Nobody. I didn't even see much of anything until I saw someone smoking crack off a power box in Gresham. Until then, I was like, oh yeah, I am not in a dream. This is real. Okay. So the drive across the mountains was fucking amazing. I'm serious. And I'm surprised I'm alive. I really took some fucking chances. And if I die, like Tony's like, yeah, like Tony's car is, he's dead. He fucking went into the trees at 300 miles an hour. Know that I was fucking stoked when it happened. Like really excited. Because I have fun out there. I do on those roads, those mountain roads, the windows down, it gets cooler as you go up. And then you come down the other side, and it's just the Indian reservation. And if they catch you, they're just going to shoot you in the face and take your wallet. So you really don't have anything to lose. So yeah, so I went to Bend, saw some people, saw Jesse and all them. I was tired because I had a good night the night before. So I was tired from that. Yeah, little.
Oh,
yeah,
sex.
Had sex with an old friend. So that was nice. By the way, didn't see it coming at all. She was just nice enough to let me stay at her house, like put a cot for me on the floor, just being really nice, that kind of thing.
Have you two before?
We have, but it's been years. And all of a sudden, just this little mousy thing just grabs a hold of me and my pants are off. That was awesome. I mean, I didn't feel like a victim at all. It was great. So tired from that, I didn't even stay, and everyone was like worn out. What's up? You got something?
Yeah. No, you know you're getting old.
What happened?
Yeah. After you're fucking, you're tired all day.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was, that for you don't get sleep like that if you ever like haven't had someone in a long time and you stay up all night.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that after 8 years of being with somebody.
Oh no.
No, hell no. You're like, we'll do this tomorrow. I'm going to bed. Fuck you. I need 8 hours.
Tomorrow, that's
yeah. Alex is like, what's sex?
Yeah, fucking right. Tomorrow.
You can come stay with me for a month. You come back and get your brains fucked out for like 3 hours.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Oh, you poor guy. That's a shame. But
it's like
I've accepted it. That's what you're gonna say.
I mean, it's fairly regular. I mean, like once or twice a month. I mean a week. A week.
Wait, no. Are we sure?
Yeah.
Week.
I just said the wrong thing. But yeah,
all right.
It's a week. Like
right
twice a week. Because I mean, but I know people do it more. But also then I start thinking, I'm like, think about when you were single. It's like, then it was a good time would be once or twice a month.
Really, so random.
Yeah,
like, you don't know when it's gonna happen.
And then like I've been together. We've been together for been together for like 6 years now, and it's just like once, twice a week is fucking fine. I'm fucking tired. I want to go to sleep. I don't want to do anything.
Right.
Like really, we got to do it again.
I kind of picture. You remember those things in front of the grocery store, like the horse in the car that you put a quarter in?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's your bed. Like you just lay down, you're the ride. She puts a quarter in, and then when the ride's over, it's over.
This is horrible.
Yeah, I think you're like a red horse, like a pretty horse with flowing hair. Yeah, red horse. Red horse. Yeah. But so that's why I'm saying, like, if you're single or whatever, if you're not getting laid on the regular because you're not around your partner, whatever the case may be, and you get laid randomly, you're up all night.
Yeah,
that's just how it is. So I was tired. So I took the kids to Olive Garden, and there was no one in Olive Garden. So it was fucking awesome. Like the breadsticks were good. That was like probably real chicken parm, just fresh out of the freezer.
Yeah,
it was delicious. But I decided I didn't want to stay in Bend another night. I didn't want to be there. I was like, nothing's going on. Like it's just a bunch of trendy kids downtown. So I'm just gonna head back. So I decided to go back the other way through by what's that, Detroit Lake?
Oh yeah.
So seriously,
it's a weird lake, isn't it?
It's long as shit on that. I mean, you go for like 30 miles.
There's still water.
There's not a ton of water right now.
No, because it used to. It's like
eerie looking.
Yeah.
The lakes around here, when they're drained or they're just low water for that season, it's a bunch of dirt and tree stumps.
Yeah.
Like as you go down, it's really fucking eerie.
I have a weird story about that lake. Yeah, it's not that weird.
I'm ready.
So my brother used to scuba dive a lot. and he used to like just scuba dive in lakes. He would just like,
Oh, that seems sketchy to me.
yeah, he would just like just go see what's down there. Like he just like
Ah,
he would have a day off and he would just put his shit in his truck and just go find a really deep lake. He did that in Lake Billy Chinook, the Cove. You know,
damn.
he's
Really?
yeah, he did do that in different
Dead bodies and shit down
yeah,
there.
probably, yeah. But he did that in Detroit Lake, and he said what was the thing that he saw. It's a really deep lake when it's full, and so the thing he saw down there was a bunch of lumber.
Right.
Like, but then you think about it, you know, after a while everything sinks. But it was like he said it was like a bunch of perfectly stacked, cut down trees, like like
Right.
way more than this, but like 10, and then 8, and then
Oh,
6,
oh, piles
4,
of
yeah,
lumber.
like stacked
And
perfectly
flooded.
on purpose and flooded with water, so they all sank down, and like they weren't floating; they were.
Yeah.
The lake is fucking. Yeah, it's really fucking deep. However deep it is,
Weird.
50 feet more. I don't fucking know.
Right.
Whatever. And he just said it was odd. So there's there's a
Well,
tree
it
down
almost
there.
seems like a flash flood happened or something. You know what I mean?
But he said it was like a bunch of semis. He said it looked like a bunch of semis carrying lumber just unloaded it when it was dry, and then filled it back up. It was just he said it was weird. It was just like
right.
yeah. And so every time I think of Detroit Lake, I think about my brother going that and scuba diving down there, being like, the fuck, it's like a fucking like bunch of log cabins down here. Like it's weird,
Right.
So it's not that weird. It's kind of boring, but it's also kind of like if you think about
Well,
it.
if you think about it for a second,
like,
that was pretty like
that's strange.
right. Hell yeah. So I would drove. So basically, what I did was in 2 days, I drove half of Oregon because I went from Portland out to Bend, and I came back the other way to see a different part. It was a beautiful drive. I don't know what it is, but as you get older and you just have the windows down and it feels nice, like that's a lot. So I had a great time, got my ass back to my house like 8 o'clock at night. And then fireworks were pretty minimal. I just heard them. I didn't give a shit. But the next morning I woke up and I was at the gym. So, I have my house on the west side and then towards, into Beaverton, which is still heading towards the coast is where I go to the gym. So I'm at the gym and I didn't know what I was going to do for my birthday. I figured I'd just sit around the house. It was supposed to be 100 fucking degrees again. So I'm sitting there. I brought nothing but my gym clothes. And I'm working out and I'm like, I'm going to go to the fucking coast. I was like, I don't have anything. I was about to figure this out. So I'm working out and I'm like, I'm going to grab some water, some Cliff Bars, and there's a dispensary on the way.
Yeah.
And I did. And I went by, there was a bitch. There's a lot of traffic. As I'm driving, I remember you telling me, you're like, Sundays are a bitch, but this was technically Sunday, the day after the 4th. A lot of traffic. But I got to the dispensary and I stood there for like 10 minutes. There was no one there. I'm just standing in this dispensary. No one's coming to assist. I'm the only one in there. And the little devil popped on my shoulder. He's just like, just want to start smoking something while I wait. I would have paid for it. Like the grocery.
Yeah, right. Like see people like,
hi, I'll take this and
you get in so much trouble. It'd be a lot of fun.
Right. So I ended up at the coast on Cannon Beach, like in my gym clothes, just standing in the water. And there was a lot of people around, but it was so windy. I was just like, I could smoke a joint and no one's gonna fucking care, no one's gonna know or whatever.
Right.
So I stood there on the beach and smoked a joint. It was wonderful. And I love the swing set. They have one, just so you know.
Where at?
Cannon Beach.
Cannon Beach? Okay, because Seaside has one too, but yeah.
Well, all right, well, I'm on my way. But yeah, Cannon Beach. And then there's a brewer, like a house that turned into a brew pub.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked across the
a
street.
popular thing to do, but yeah.
I did all the popular shit.
It's good.
It's not popular if you come from Philly, so I was wearing the same shirt as an exciting guy. So that was great. For having a solo birthday, like you gotta make the best of your days, whatever the fuck you're doing. You just gotta figure it out.
Something I've never done.
I did.
And you know what?
I had a blast. I almost killed myself 7 times behind the wheel on my own I did it, but it was great. I loved it.
Oh yeah, you counted them.
What?
I love how you counted.
I knew every time. I was like,
What's funny? It's like I'm not shocked or surprised.
He's been in there, poor bastard.
That's what I was gonna say. High as a motherfucker. High as the temperature's gonna get when we all melt to death and die. How my toys are gonna melt. I don't know.
That's what he thought about. He's like, fuck, that's sad. That's the sad
part. That is sad.
Melting plastic.
Everyone I know and love is gonna be melting in the front yard. I'm gonna be like half melted. Like,
no! He's the last ice box on the world. Just is there water in there? No. It's the Terminator. Okay. Because if we make it, this is going to be worth so much money.
Oh,
last one left.
That's right. It'll be like in Judgment Day when Harden's dying and he's going down in the lava and he's just like
yes, that's Alex.
That'd be that.
Holding up the Terminator as he melts.
Yeah, like slowly going down.
That would be so awesome if we all died. I mean, that sucks, but whatever. If we're going anyway, and the last thing that dies on this earth is a Terminator action figure with his thumb up, just like the movie. That's the last thing on the whole planet.
Right.
To just.
That's awesome.
Well, dig this part of the documentary. This part. Okay. So the guy says later in the documentary, he tells a story. Now, at the end of the show, the end of the episode, I'll make sure that I tell everyone again the name of the documentary in case you want to watch it, because it is really fun. It's fun and it's real. It's good. This dude has some access, so he pulls up. He tells this story of there's been over 93 actual encounters with aliens. You just deal with it. That's something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all documented by the government. One of these encounters was in the 80s. An alien craft showed up at a very remote location that no one knew about, where we had a secret nuclear program. Americans and another country. I don't remember all the details. I smoke drugs. So in any case, these aliens come out of the craft, right? And they tell these like Air Force security guards or whatever. They say, "Here's the deal. We are you. We are your fucking ancestors. We came from you. There's two paths you can go. Either you can go to self-destruction, or the whole world can figure out free energy and live on forever. And if that happens, you become us. We're aliens from way into the fucking future. Hey, take it for what it is. I know it's going to sound crazy as shit, but anyway, anything is possible these days. So, even the government has admitted there's unidentified shit out there they don't understand.
Need more of these.
Yeah.
That was fucking heavy.
It's fucking great though, man. I love shit like that. It's like the Bible, but real.
It was crazy. So basically, they were like time travelers?
Yes. So some of the aliens that have been visiting us are us. They are coming back to see us. And right now, our planet is considered hazardous and dangerous. That they really are not coming here. But the problem is if we fuck this up, they will never exist. And that's basically what they told these gentlemen. They said, if you fuck this up, this never happens. Long story short.
Whoa, it's fucking Men in Black shit, man.
It is, honestly, and there's a whole lot more in there. There's a shitload of conspiracy, and you wouldn't be shocked. But the government has been hiding and bumping off people who've come up with inventions to tap free energy and a bunch of other shit. They just basically buy the inventions and then they never release them, or they'll just rub people out. It's all in there. You gotta watch it. It's called I keep forgetting the name. I already said it once.
Yeah.
The Lost I fucked it up. Anyway, this is a podcast and I'm a goofball, so that's okay.
Do you remember the streaming service?
The Lost Generation or some shit. It's on Amazon.
Okay.
I'll try to have it posted on Instagram. But it's the Lost, whatever 100 years is. Is 100 years a generation?
Yeah.
See, this is Idiots Live. You could have called it that too. It's the Lost Generation and how we reclaim it.
Wow. Dude, that's...
Check it out. No shit. It's $5 on Amazon.
It's the most bizarre shit that just came out of your mouth, man. That like fucking blew my goddamn mind.
You want me to ruin? Here's the good ending. So usually when you watch a documentary like this, right? What happens at the end? Here's how you solve the problem. Donate to blah, blah, blah. Something like that. Something about money, right? At the end, one of the scientists says something very simple, and this is why I know this is why I believe it's true, because of what the solution is they gave for all of us to solve this problem. Every person should take a look within themselves and ask themselves if they're ready for dramatic change to survive and move forward as a healthier race, where power isn't as much of a thing, but we all survive and we enrich our own lives through the environment, etc., by tapping into things we haven't done yet. Are you ready for that? If you are, then you're good to go. If you are not, as the person recommends in the documentary, you need to take a look inside yourself and see why you're not okay with that, because it's attached to something deeper rooted within yourself that you need to sort out for you and for the advancement of civilization. That was the fucking advice that was given. That's it. That means that we are fucked because they're not asking for money. This isn't a ploy.
Yeah.
They're telling you, change your mindset. We need to get the assholes that are fucking us over out of the way so that we can basically get free energy and we can stop polluting the shit out of the environment, because both options aren't working. Cobalt mining isn't working. Yeah. Burning fuel isn't working.
Either one. Yeah.
It's not. So that is a solution. We have free energy. We've always had it. It's a vibration around Earth that we can tap into. We all get free fucking power, or super cheap. But if you own oil, that you have no interest in that. And keep in mind who owns the world are the oil people and telecom, all that horse shit. So in any case, watch the documentary. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. And hug your people. Enjoy your shit. Seriously. I know this says really heaviest episode we've ever done, but at the end of the day, this is what I got out of it. Enjoy every fucking experience you get. Because we all used to talk shit when we were kids. I want the world to end. That'd be awesome. If it actually does in our lifetime, I feel that you're going to want to look back and say, at least I enjoyed what I had. I wasn't pissed off and kicking my foot in the sand. So that's it, folks. We'll keep recording until we're melted. We're halfway there now. But
yeah, we're getting close.
But what'd you do this week?
Thanks for burying me.
Oh my God, I'm hot. You can just see he took a shit. We can move on. I don't care. Holy shit! This. Yeah, it smells like.
I had some pretty good interactions. I had a funny interaction with a crackhead.
Ooh, okay.
It just it's not like I had an interaction. It's like everybody that was in the bar I was in had the interaction, because we were all just like, you kind of do the thing where you're like,
pay attention, right? Everybody.
You're like, what the fuck's going on here? So you look I know, that's it. Like they're over there.
Yeah. That's what you do in a bar, right? Like, what's going on down here in the bar?
So I was at one of my neighbor works at a bar down the street. Once or so a week, I go after work. I have a drink, just to unwind, relax for a second before I go home. And I was sitting there talking to a neighbor and hanging out, and all of a sudden this just walks in, like, just she has like a t-shirt on her head, and it's funny, but also at the same time it's fucking sad, because she looks like she's in between like 20, 22, maybe even 18 or 19, like
that sucks.
Young, and you could tell that like she used to be pretty, like pretty face, like she looks like she's new into this lifestyle. Oh. She looks like she was smart and pretty and had things going on in her life, and then just maybe started stripping and met the wrong guy that was like wanting to sell her and blah blah blah. He's not a pimp.
I'm kidding.
He's just made bad decisions. That laugh comes from somewhere real.
I have made some bets.
I like how you said it as you open up an alcoholic beverage.
Wasn't there another one for you?
No, I drank it.
Holy shit!
I started chugging it when he started talking about the end of the world and aliens being like time travelers. I was like, what the fuck?
Wow, that was amazing. Nice work.
So anyways,
Sorry.
this creature walks in, and she has like a clear like T-shirt on her head, all like tied up.
Right.
And she's just like everyone just goes, whoa, fuck. You know, it's like if it's like if you're at a dog park, let's just say, everyone has like a dog and they're chill, and all of a sudden this fucking crazy pit bull comes in. It's like you look and you're like, what the shit?
Right.
Jesus, that's crazy.
I have my money.
Yeah. It's fucking like
pit bulls.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. So she didn't have any shoes on. She had like a T-shirt on her head, and she had she had like shorts on. It was a warm day, and she had shorts on, and it was unzipped and unbuttoned. So it was just, you could see her underpants. It was just, and everyone was like, whoa. Hey. So she took her crack pipe, a little crack pipe, had it in her hand, and came up next to me. And there was someone that was sitting there before, and they left. And they had said their drink was still in the bar, ice, like minutes, like 2 minutes they left. Their drink that was empty hadn't been picked up yet. And I said, she came over and everyone was like, she came like this close to me and was just like, and here was the drink, and she just took her crack pipe out, and she's all like, and started putting it in the ice and like moving it around like this, and she's like looking at me like, and I'm like, oh, hey man,
yeah,
space. And then my friend was I was just like, I kind of did that. I was like,
windows closed.
I was just like, too much, man. Like, even if they weren't a crackhead, their pants were zipped up and buttoned, I'd still just be like, space. But they took their crack pipe, and she took the crack pipe and put it in the ice in the empty drink, and like was moving it around the ice.
Yeah.
Like ice was falling out, and she's just like
hot. She got to pull it off.
She's doing that and looking at me at the same time, and I'm like, look at ice on the road. Like,
no.
Like, look at the crack pipe. You're making a mess.
You're making a mess.
And then she like tried to go to the bathroom. The bartender was like, there's like, when it comes to like homeless, druggy people coming into a bar and then just not even knowing what they are really, just coming in to be,
it's kind of scary.
Yeah. But there's like a kryptonite. There's a word that like bartenders use, and it's just like ID. You got your ID, because
that gets them out
because they don't.
They don't have an ID. They sold that shit.
So like, like 80% of the time, 85% of the time, it works. The majority of the time, it works. It works. There's many times that they're just like, nah, it's not going.
They're turning into a full gremlin. Like,
it's like an alligator out of water, thrashing around.
Sorry.
So before she came in,
see, if I was in the situation, I'd have been like, roll camera. Like, all right. Go ahead.
And then, so before she came in, I guess the reason why she had her pants unbuttoned is because there's some people outside smoking that like, she took their drink from them. She was just like, you done with that? And then like, they're like, yeah. And then she took it from them, and then just started pouring drinks like ice down her own pants. Gotta cool it off.
But they're shorts. It's not gonna stay.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's right out at the bottom. Don't tell her.
So, yeah, that happened. It was pretty cool.
That's great.
And then after she finally left, there was like I don't know how to like, like a lady of the night, I think.
Ooh.
So, like sitting at the
I like them.
sitting at the bar, and she was talking to, I don't know if she was lady at night. I'm just rounding up, or whatever. So the reason why I said lady at night, again, I don't know, but I'm just rounding it because of this. Because she had a guy that she was talking with, and she was kind of all touching him, being, handsy with him. And then every time he would leave to get like a drink or put money in the lotto machine or go to the bathroom, she'd start like trying to talk to people and make eyes with people. And I was kind of just, after work, kind of decompressing. So just kind of like not doing anything, not looking at anything. I was just kind of like, And then she kind of went at me, and I was just like, huh? And she just goes, and I was like, and then, and I'm wearing a shirt, a metal shirt, not this shirt, a shirt of a Simple Torah.
Nice.
So I was wearing that shirt, and then a lady came over and she sat down, not next to me, but like probably like a seat or two away. And she was wearing a metal shirt. And she was like, "Oh, nice shirt." And I was like, "Yeah, I like your shirt." And she looks over. She's like, "Is that like lady like making eyes with you or whatever?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave." I'm. She's look. I was like, "She looking at me?" And she's like, "Right through you." I'm like, "The fuck." I was like, she keeps on like saluting at me and shit.
Yeah.
And going, hey, what do you like? And I was like, she like did this like 17 times. And I kept, I 2 times, I was just like, no, no.
Swatted away.
Yeah, and I was just trying not to like, and then I was like, oh, every time her like dude came back, I was like, thank you. Can you hold it? Don't go to the bathroom anymore.
Right?
And so I was just, after a while, it's just like, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
You're a handsome guy.
Mhm.
Around here, did I tell the story on the show about the dating app thing?
Oh no, but go ahead.
Yeah, so years ago I was on a dating app and I tried to use, I suck at them, I don't care, but I had a picture of us on there. And long story short, as one of my pictures, and no one ever responds to me. I don't know, serial killer vibes, whatever. But in any case, I get a message from this girl, and she's like, "Hey," she's like, "I hope you don't take this wrong, but is your friend single?" She went, I mean, he doesn't have a fucking profile. He doesn't need one. He lives here. He can talk to people. But in any case, just yeah, I was like, you mean not me, the other one, like the big guy, not the little guy, the big guy. She's like, yeah, that's definitely more my speed. And I was like, what about me? She was like, no. Like in chat, written in stone. I was like, no. I was like, gotcha. When I told her back, I said, if you don't want me, you can't have him. And she's like, oh well. I was like, okay. I was like, no offense, but there's a couple other guys around here that look like him.
Yeah,
So you're a type. You're a type.
Sure.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Honestly, like it was. Remember when I came back with Jesse to visit? It was like 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years. It was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it was in Portland. She was like, he lives around here. I was like, the fuck? I was like, y'all are weird. Like, I mean, I honestly think I'm not that attractive here because I just don't look like. I don't know. Like, I don't have enough tattoos. Like, I don't know what it is. It's okay. I'm not gonna get more tattoos unless I want them. But
I think you're a great looking guy, Tony.
I don't care.
Hey,
I mean, thank you.
If the world ends,
I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not. No, 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 sir. No, you're not saluting me. No way. I won't have it.
no way.
No salute, sir. No way. But no, hell yeah. We want to talk about you. I mean, how long's it been? I feel like we're on fucking Oprah right now. This is great.
Yeah, we can talk about
Music
we
or
can talk about whatever you want, man.
Yeah. I guess
Music.
Right before music, I'll just say this: you'll notice that we don't put out a show every week. We've also noticed that people don't watch every show every week, so we're gonna like back off just a little bit, maybe once in like 1.5 weeks, something like that. We are still doing the show. We're just having a good time and enjoying ourselves doing it, and we feel like when we crank out an episode, it's cool if people get a chance to watch it. Once a week is a lot. So just know that we will keep cranking these out. We definitely love the fucking support. And we're looking at some new ideas just to make this a little bit more entertaining to watch, I guess. Maybe a little cleaner, but definitely appreciate the support. So thank you very much. We're not stopping, just a little slow and enjoying ourselves, making sure we got some shit to talk about when we do record. So thank you.
Yes. James Carothers.
Yeah, exactly.
Relapse, this album.
Mm-hmm.
Who suggested that?
Our good friend Brian, who watches all the episodes.
Okay.
He recommended it.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think it was like you. It took at least one full listen of the whole album for me to really get into it. Because at first it was like, it sounded a little too. At first, not my final opinion, but at first it sounded a little too new country, like slightly, not all the way, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And then I started listening to it. I was like, no, I think it's, it's not new country. I mean, it's new, but it's not like that new pop country is what I mean by new country. Not in EW, like,
right.
In like new metal, like new country.
It's new music, but it has the old school vibe.
It has the old school vibe, but at first it sounded like new school vibe to me, like new, like pop country, like.
Yeah.
At first it kind of sounded a little bit like the things he was singing against. Like the
back to
at the Opry. But then I started really listening to it, and I started listening to what he's singing about, and it's like, okay, it definitely has more of an old school outlaw country vibe for sure. I liked he covered a Wayland song.
Well, Wayland, yeah.
I need to look and see what.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we got to cheat with technology. Potheads can't remember things.
But
excuse me. Hi, how are you? Thanks for supporting us. Okay.
Good job.
Jesus.
Thanks for supporting us. What song was that? That was I've Always Been Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that one.
He did a really.
That's what I was listening to.
Yeah. He did a really good job of covering that song. So that's a good song that I liked on that track. That's a good track I liked on that album. But I mean, I think overall, he's got a really good voice for sure. He's got a great voice. I wish he looked a little more beat up and not so handsome.
Yeah, he is a handsome man.
And that kind of like the album cover for this album.
Oh yeah,
it's just his face, and he looks like really handsome. I'm like, I wish he looked a little.
But down by his ankles, there's a beautiful like dog, a purebred.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like he's got keys to a great pickup truck in his pocket.
For sure.
Yeah, he gets a lot of them wet, men and women. I know, I can tell.
Do you know where he's from?
So I only go off of whatever it is the bio is on Spotify, because that's what I have. Sometimes I'm smart enough to actually Google them. Basically he hails out of Nashville. Okay. Because this is short, I'll actually read some of this. This is off Spotify, the bio that was written. But I'll tell you, this is one of the things, reading this today, one of the things that put the hook in me for him, aside from the music, I also like to respect the artist. The end, so you'll see at the end here what I like about it. But it says, out of Nashville, is best known for his stone country originals and spot-on impressions of some of country's music icons, like like he was saying. On James released his most recently, he talks about his album, shit like that. Before the pandemic, as it's written, James fulfilled a lifelong dream by making his Grand Ole Opry debut at the Ryman Auditorium, receiving a standing ovation from a crowd full of friends and family. He was selected by Alan Jackson to open up for some tours for him, so he did that. Here's the part I like. James has been performing in Nashville since 2015, having played over 2,000 shows at places like the George Jones Museum, AJ's Good Time Bar, Martin's Barbecue, and Music City Bar, when he's not on the road. He enjoys playing at fairs, festivals, bars, corporate events, and private events all across the country, and has also traveled to Canada, Scotland, blah, blah, blah. The end of the bio. Interested in booking James for a public or private event in your neck of the woods, and it gives his email address. This dude is good, and he's working. Like, even on his Spotify, it's the only Spotify profile I met where it actually says, do you want to book my ass? Here's my email. He probably wrote this. So he's living in Nashville when he's not touring, and he writes songs about how Nashville's changed, pop country. He's a new version of an old outlaw country song. Of an old outlaw country artist. There's a new, because Sturgill Simpson's in there.
Yeah, Whitey Morgan.
Thank you. Oh yeah, well, the other guy that we talk about, it's funny as shit.
Wheeler Walker.
Wheeler Walker. Yeah. Like, so these are your new, in my opinion, these are your new outlaw country musicians. But these guys are he's old school. He's still trying to make a living, and that's what I love about it. It's just like, yeah, I've done it's
that's
his
funny
resume.
because I've never seen that on any of the streaming.
Never.
That say like, hey, for
Right.
booking.
Right. You want to book me? Right here. Like to me, it's like this dude's a worker. He has 5 albums out, I think. 5 albums. He has 26,000 followers and then some change on here. So he's not killing it. He's great. I think the music's really good. I only heard the one album, this one.
Me as well, yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, the first time I heard it, I didn't want to listen to it anymore. Just being honest. But the fun about what we do, especially if we take a week and a half to record, is that as we know that we're getting ready to record, we listen to it a lot more. At least I do a lot more. And by the end of it, most of the time, I like it more than I did in the beginning.
Yeah.
The album that we're listening to. So the album is cool. Did you have anything? I want to run over your shit. Did you have anything else to say? All right. So songs that I like. My favorite song on here is "Back to Hank."
Yeah.
Because
I like that song a lot too.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
He's like, I've heard new country music. It sure don't sound the same to me. He's an outlaw country singer. He misses Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. That's what he misses. That's why he sings like this. That song, "Back to Hank," that's what that is.
Yeah, he said, doesn't he say it's a long road back to Hank?
It's a long way, yeah, road and way. He goes back and forth, back to Hank. Yeah. But that voice sounds just like fucking Waylon Jennings. It's great. Like, I think it's awesome. And I'm glad that this type of country, outlaw is what we're going to keep calling it until someone changes it, is the outlaw country still exists. You have your pop country, which, whatever, and that's gone way the fuck off the rails.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what James is talking about here is like, listen, I know Nashville. Maybe I hung out there when I was a kid. I know what Nashville was. I know what it is now. And I come here to represent the country music that I like, which isn't a lot of this new shit.
Right.
So "Back to Hank" is just like, this is not what the fuck I'm into. Not saying it's bad, but we don't do hip hop in country lyrics. That's not country to me. Right. This is country.
Right.
Great song. You should have opened the fucking album with that. But I like, he has it in the middle of his album. I'd like, dude, you should open with that shit. That's a statement, in my opinion. But "Teardrops" is like an old school country love song. What's wrong with these teardrops? Yeah. Love that shit. Oh yeah, if you're gonna do country, fucking go. And that's what this is, country. This is country music, the way my parents brought me up on it. All of that shit. There's great songs on here. Do you have any that?
Oh yeah, Colt 45. Yeah. Relapse, the name of the album. It's great. Broke Even. I still think about her. Obviously, we already said I've Always Been Crazy. The Waylon Jennings song. Jennings song. Yeah, and they're all really great songs. Honey, I'll Never Kill You. It's a good song.
Right? This is country. Like, this is the country you come to expect. This is it. Modern. When did this come out? 2017.
Yeah.
So it's still out there, which is fun. And it's great that they're making other versions of country. That's fine if you're into it. Great for you. But I'm happy that this is still out there. If you want to listen to some country. So great suggestion. I did not, if you would have asked me the day I heard it, I would not have had a glowing recommendation. But
well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I think sometimes, that's good. I want that. I don't want to like something all the time. All the time, I don't want to like something right off the bat. Sometimes it's good to be like, and that's part of the show.
I love that.
We want to, we listen to it a couple of times, whatever it is, even if it's like,
even if it's brutal, like Poppy or whatever.
Yeah, Poppy, fucking 5 Finger Death, whatever the fucking band was.
Did we do that? That's why I smoked drugs. So I don't remember that.
We did that. I'm way rather listen to Poppy stuff. But anyway, James Carothers. He's like a really pretty guy. He's got a nice jawline, and his last name sounds like a guy that would have a nice jawline. Carothers. I was, hey, Carothers, nice to meet you. I got a fucking jawline.
I feel like my name's James Carothers, but you, sir, can call me Jim. Jim.
Jim.
All right. It seems like he would sell you like a nice pickup truck.
Oh, he might. Yeah.
He's got a nice pickup. I'm telling you. He doesn't have a lot of money, but he's got a nice fucking truck.
Well, of course. Why would he not?
There's nowhere to park that fucker in Nashville, but he's got one.
I think overall, like, I would give this album like a 8.5. Where it's good. I like it. You know, like that's a B plus.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good album. He's got a really good voice, and I like his songs. I would suggest him to people that are, I would suggest him like I would suggest a few new artists that think outlaw country has died.
Right.
You know, he's someone that I would be like, well, if you think that, check out, James.
Right.
Perfect jawline brothers,
It's fucking...
Check him out. Check him and his pretty ass face out. He's so pretty, I want to like him less, but he's good, so I can't.
I mean, they took a couple of pictures and fucked with the lights to get that shot. Yeah, it looks nice. He knows who he's working with. He's a handsome little devil. I hope he's short though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like he looks so good. Like when you meet him, he's like 5 foot. You're like, oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah. Or he's got a limp or something.
Sure, like missing a leg.
Yeah.
7 toes on his hand, something like that.
Or he can't read or something like that.
That'd be... What's the album called? Well, you came up with it, motherfucker.
Relapse.
I know how it sounds, but I don't know how it reads on paper. My name's James. Nice to meet you.
My name's James. I can't spell my last name. Carothers.
It's a family business because I can't spell. Shit. If you see this, James, man, well, I'm sorry. We do this shit for fun. In any case, yeah, if you could take a little joke, that was great. All right, so my take on it. I mean, I was thinking like 8, like before I listened to it on the way over here, but 8 point. I mean, honestly, I'll give it at this point. I'm a little messed up. I'll call it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9. Thanks, White Claw. Save the day.
Yeah.
Because even the song the one song that I don't. What's the one? Can you feel that spirit come around you? Can you feel like that's the one song like I don't want to like.
Can't you feel?
Yeah.
Can't you feel that spirit?
Yeah. Can't you feel that spirit come around you? Because I just feel like someone's like, "Hey, Tony, come to church with us on Sunday. You can ride in the back of the truck with me." Like I just feel like that's what I don't want to go to church, and that's what that song is gonna. I feel like I'm invited to dinner after. I don't want to. No, but even that song I like. It's stuck in my head, so I'll give it a damn 9. Nice job. It was a 6 when it started. I'm not gonna lie. Last week and a half, it was a 6. But it's going up.
Tony thinks the record's a 9, but he thinks he's a 10.
I think I'm a 6 and James is a 9. How about that?
No. What I mean was, you think the album is a 9, and you think James Carothers is a 10.
I mean, he's handsome, but I know how tall he is. Just like a woman, you got to know how tall he is to decide, right? And all the women are like, yes. And I know every man is 5'10", but I actually am 5'10". So is he. The sneakers.
Well, how tall do you like your guys?
None. I don't like guys. Nice try though.
No, but like, how tall would you like them?
I wouldn't.
I go for. I think I would. I think I would go for a 7-footer. Like I think I want someone that would like.
You bend over when you're blowing them, huh?
I get bad knees. I want to be able to like him to like chase me around in the yard. And like he's like my dad. Like he's like come tickle me. And you're like, God, stop it. Like that kind of thing. I don't know, that big tall dude.
This is a fucking show.
I like
this. That's the minute Tony knew he fucked up.
I want to let everyone know. I sincerely just freaked Tony out, and it's really fun.
I mean, your lady's doing. She's coming home. He really does have a woman. She's on her way. You're in trouble, mister.
I've been doing this for years with Tony. And it's like some of my favorite things to do.
We've been roommates. No butt sex. We even shared a room. No butt sex. Fuck you. God. So what brings you on Ellen today? Well, let me tell you some hard truths. No, that's disgusting. But if you have to run around in your backyard, you know, and feel like you're being chased to have sex, I understand why you only fuck twice a week.
No, it has nothing to do with sex. It has to do with
What the fuck are you doing it for, then? Now we're gonna have a conversation.
I'm a daddy.
I'm not it. All right, so this is falling off the wheels. The wheels are. Oh, yep, there it is. The timing is great, isn't it? All right, so where's the notebook?
That was fun for me. Had a really good time.
Well, I'm glad we only record for an hour because I pissed my pants twice. All right. All right, ready? For those of you who've never seen an episode before, this is how we pick our music for the next week. So strap in, week and a half. All right. Number 1, we have the Big Lebowski movie. Number 2 is Fever Ray, their newest album, Radical Romantics. Number 3 is Up to Alex. That's what the A's for. It's not asshole like I thought. Number 4 is Aretha Franklin with Amazing Grace. Great live album. Number 5, Hailstorm, Back from the Dead. Number 6, I thought that said marijuana. Madonna. I would need to smoke the fucker. She's kind of rough looking these days. Madonna, True Blood. Number 7, it's up to me. Number 8, Floor with Dove. Louis C.K. and number 9 with Sorry. And number 10 is David Bowie with Black Star.
All right.
Spin it, you beautiful bastard. 9. Louis C.K. Sorry. Right. That is actually on Apple Music. Well, I know it's on Spotify.
It's on Apple Music too.
Okay, yeah, so you can hear the audio on that one. You don't have to watch the video, but not to ruin anything for you. But and I'm not going to. But there is a punchline in there that's kind of funny if you see him do it live. But it doesn't matter. So whatever you want, we're gonna cover.
Can you tell people where they could see it, the video version?
Honestly, the problem with Louis C.K. is that no one's really supporting his shit due to all his problems he had. So, I think it was on YouTube.
It was on YouTube or his
I believe I found it on YouTube. Honestly, I think it's. I'll just say this: I think there's pieces of it on YouTube, and you can get it on his website.
Okay. I think it's a thing where you could go to his website. I think it's like $5 or whatever. But what we're going, unless you go the extra mile, what we're gonna review is the audio version, which is his record. It'd be right on Spotify or iTunes. Yeah, and the album is Sorry, right?
It is. Yep.
Sorry by Louis C.K.
And we are not sorry though. We are stoked for what we've just done to all your brains. Hopefully you're kind of scared and happy at the same time. You know, hug them a little tighter. Just kidding.
What are you talking about?
The episode, what we just did to these people. We scared the living shit out of them.
I thought to me it's nothing weird. Hey,
it did good. Hey, the end of the world's coming, but there's good music and, have some sex. Why not? Yeah. That kind of thing. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Pay attention to our Instagram. He'll do his thing in a second, but pay attention to our Instagram. We're going to throw some shit up there for you to look at.
If you'd like to suggest a full album and the band, obviously, or a movie for us to review, you could direct message us on our Instagram, tipfoo69, or what most people do is on our YouTube channel. This is the future, unfortunately. And the most recent episode in the comment section, please leave your suggestion. That being said, thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.
That's right. Bye.